What's going on, my fellow stock market freaks? It's your boy Kevin. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down my top 3 stocks to buy in September of 2022. The stock market has been choppy, to say the least. We hit highs up near 475 in the SPYs, and ever since we hit those highs, we've been chopping around. It's been up and down. We've been watching the Fed meetings like a hawk because they've had a really big impact on the overall direction of the stock market, as the Fed became more hawkish and decided to raise interest rates faster and swifter than we have seen in a long time. The market has reacted in a way that you would probably expect. As financial and economic tightening happens, the economy tends to slow down, and that's what we're seeing here in the stock market. That said, there are still really good opportunities, and there are still a lot of good trades to be had, which means there's still money to be made out there in those stock market streets. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down my top 3 stocks to buy or to invest in September of 2022. Let's break it down. Let's get it. Stock number 1 is one that I did a standalone video on just about a week or so ago, and that is ticker CFVI. This is the SPAC that is going to take the YouTube competitor Rumble public. We did a video on this. I talked about why I'm very bullish on this stock, and since we did this video, this stock has gone absolutely nuts, even though I still think it's a really good buy. We did the video right here about $11 a share. Right now it's trading at $13 per share. I still think it's very cheap in the grand scheme of things. Hey, there's my video right here. There's my video right here. If you haven't seen it, then I will link it in the description of this video. But basically, I go on to talk about how censorship in the big tech platforms, the big social media platforms, are pushing people away. And the thing that happened with Andrew Tate, now granted, I don't agree with a lot of what Andrew Tate has said, but it's just another prime example how these tech and social media platforms are censoring people. Andrew Tate has amassed over 500,000 followers on Rumble in just a couple of weeks. 500,000 followers. One of his live streams that he did, I saw that he had over 100,000 concurrent viewers on a live stream. That is insane numbers for a growing platform. The platform is growing, and it is growing quick. And it's just a really exciting platform. Right now, it's kind of looked at as a conservative YouTube. But the Rumble executives have came out and said that they don't want the platform just to be for conservatives. They want it to be open for all types. They don't want it to be a political platform. They want it to be a place where people can go express their views, their opinions, and release their content without fear of being deplatformed or censored. And the numbers are showing that this model is working. And we're talking about a company that's valued right now about a little bit less than $2 billion, the valuation. That is giving us a lot of room for growth. Look at YouTube's valuation. Look at the worst social media company ever invented valuation in Twitter. The absolute worst social media company ever invented. They don't make a penny in profit. They lose money left and right. Look at Twitter. Look at Snapchat, which is probably even worse of a company from a make money and profit standpoint. Snapchat sucks, and they are valued well above what Rumble is going public at. So I think Rumble has an opportunity to be a $20 billion company in the next 2-3 years. That is the type of trade and investment that I want to be getting involved in this type of market. We know the market's sketchy. We know that we are maybe in the middle of a recession, and I don't want to be going out and buying stocks that have no opportunity to grow. I want to be getting involved in these high growth companies because we're already getting exposed to elevated risk. When you're buying stocks right now in a stock market that is maybe a little bit too expensive, you're already exposed to risk because the overall market is too expensive. Therefore, if I'm going to be getting exposed to risk, I need that upside to account for said risk. So Rumble, ticker CFVI, is taking it public. There was a press release that just came out. Here's a Seeking Alpha article that came out on August 24th. The termination date for the Rumble deal has been extended to October 31st. This was extended to accommodate for a shareholder vote scheduled mid-September, according to an 8K filing. All right, so we have seen what's happened over the last couple of weeks. This thing has gone from the low $10-ish range down here all the way up to $13. Looks like a big move on the chart, but this thing has tons of room to break out of this box area here and approach all-time highs back up towards $20 per share. So I'm not letting this move here scare me off, and I'm still looking to acquire on the dips. The second stock I want to break down is not necessarily a stock. It is actually a crypto that I've been trading, actively trading, swing trading, and that's Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been volatile. It's been volatile as hell. It has been a wild ride for crypto investors and traders. However, I've been trading Bitcoin and making a bunch of money buying these very extended dips. These dips have been wild. When I say they've been wild, they have been wild as hell. Look at these things. All right, so we've been having these really extended sell-offs in Bitcoin and crypto as a whole, and I've been cost averaging into these sell-offs on the way down when they get really extended, and most of the time we're seeing a very, very sharp pop that you can sell into. Now, this is not something that I'm going to be holding at this price point. Currently, we're trading around $18,000. I think we're headed lower. I think the overall direction that we're going is down, and I would not be shocked if Bitcoin sees $10,000. And I know that's a hot take. I know it may offend and piss some people off, but that's just how I feel. However, there are trades to be had because there's going to be dead cat bounces on the way up. I'm not saying Bitcoin will stay at $10,000, but I would not be shocked if we see 10K in the coming months. However, I've been buying these dips. Look at these dips. When you break below one of these very significant areas of support, you're probably going to go back up and retest those areas, and that's exactly what's been happening. So when you see one of these key areas on the chart break, so the next one is down here at about 17K. When we see these break, we can cost average in and sell on the retest. So look at these breaks that we've been seeing. We saw one right here, and every single time we come back up and we retest it. So when we broke this, 46K support right here, we broke below it. If you cost averaged in on that drop and then you sell on these quick pop back up, you're making a really nice, probably 15-20% profit on your overall position. Same thing goes right here. Look, we break through this 32K area on the chart, boom, and then what happens? We get a retest of that support area. It's quick and it's violent. It may only last a couple days, but you will probably have the opportunity to sell on the retest, and that's what I've been doing, and I think it happens here. And if it does happen here, we get one of these, boom, a sharp sell-off, a quick flush through that 17K support area on the chart. I'm going to be acquiring through that flush, and then when we get a retest of that support area, I'll sell into it, and I do anticipate that happening. All right, the third one that I want to talk about is a trade. It's another trade, not an investment, not a long-term play here. It is a trade, and that is Facebook, Meta. I'm going to be short selling Meta, maybe doing it through puts, longer-term leap options, or just shorting the underlying stock. And here's the thesis on this trade. Zuckerberg went on the Joe Rogan podcast and basically acknowledged that he squashed the Hunter Biden laptop scandal, that he had suspicions that it may be real, and that he just squashed it because the FBI came to him and said, you got to squash this, and he just did it. He did it. We don't know if it's political reasons or because the FBI said to squash it. But he squashed it, and it may have impacted the election. So here's what I think happens. The polls and the betting markets. I don't trust the polls whatsoever. They've been proven time and time again that they're not very accurate. But I do trust the betting markets because Vegas doesn't play games, and the betting markets are typically right. The betting markets are saying today that the Republicans are probably going to take back the House and may take back the Senate. If they do so, they may do some type of investigation into Facebook's role in politics as a whole and how they handled the laptop situation. A company getting bogged down in that type of investigation is never good. And Facebook's at a critical point in their business. People aren't using Facebook like they used to. People are on TikTok. People are drawn to the fast, quick, you get quick gratification on TikTok. You don't like this video, you scroll up. People aren't using Facebook like they used to, and the numbers are showing that. The monthly active users, the daily active users are going down. I think Facebook stock is in trouble. That is why they changed the name, the ticker to Meta. They are realizing they have to evolve. Anytime you have to evolve, you're basically starting from scratch. So they're trying to get ahead in this metaverse. I am bullish on the metaverse, but they're going to be blowing money. They're going to be spending money left and right in order to try to get out in front of this metaverse trend. Maybe they can pull it off, but they are going to be spending money in the process, and it's not going to happen overnight. But we are seeing their numbers drop overnight. So I expect to see the next couple of earnings reports come in with lower than expected numbers, lower numbers than guidance told us. And when that happens, we could see a pretty considerable sell-off. And that's why I'm going to be buying put options on Facebook. So here's my thought process on this trade. Right now we're trading about 160 or so. Let's call it 160. I'll be looking to get short in the pops back up towards 180, 190, using 200 as my risk. So we're looking for these earnings reports to play into our favor, and maybe the overall direction of the market plays into our favor as well. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up my top trades and my top stocks for September of 2022. Get your free stocks from Moomoo. That's the broker that I use in all my videos. I post all of my trades. It's kind of got a social media aspect built into the platform, and you can follow me on Moomoo as well. They're giving you guys 5 free stocks. I think they're valued up to like 15,000 free dollars. Can't beat that. Check out that link in the description. I love all you guys. Remember, I'm way too stupid to be a financial advisor, so do your own research, do your own due diligence. I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, peace.